Alrighty. So what do we have here? August 17th, 1871. I can't even say it. Leandro, maybe Leander Perkins. Yeah. So this is what it looks like when an entire family, when something bad happens, when the worst goes wrong, but also this is true love chemistry with an ISO decay of a shelf life of nothing. Because it's still here and there's nothing, it's not giving to anything. It's literally, it's a monument to remember what we don't do. It's not a reminder of why they died. It's not for the serial killer to come back and mark its territory, okay? Again, you have William, this is William Pond, 1872 to 1934. And then Ada Elizabeth and Geraldine, I can't even say it. Oh my God, I love her. Like, infant daughter, December 10th, the same day that Jason Patnoy and my baby I gave birth to had brain and heart abnormalities and died. That's what they said. So in 2011, 80 years later, it's never a coincidence, is it? And this is the sacred to the memory of Mary Bennett and Alexander Bennett. Born June. Mary was born June and died February 10th. Wow. And he was born, God, you can't even see it. October? Does it look like October? Yeah, it looks like October. Died January 23rd. 1905. And again, if you look at the dates here, they died one after another, 1 year within each other of their baby dying. What does that say? Our biblical parents, dude. Wow. And here's another one of their children, dude. And you wonder why I want to open a fucking church, dude. It's not because I am something far more spiritually advanced or religious or I'm Christian or whatever the hell you guys want to believe. This is what I believe. I believe that children are God, and whatever religion needs to be paradigmed into that and saving more than we've lost. That baby, literally, this baby was born. It didn't even take a breath. It was stillborn. It's because they didn't tell people not to drink and do drugs and poison their wives and beat them while they're pregnant. And, so now we have more of the family tree. Seriously. Now we have Mr. Daly. There is no name on there, Mr. Daly. We have George Flonkner, just 1929. Okay. Edward Barrett, same family. Elizabeth Barrett, which is 1864 to 1919. So these are people that couldn't afford the right to die, basically. Which is why it makes me sick that you guys have equivalated life as so meaningless. I can promise you I could atmospherically measure the tears around every single one of these trees. That is like looking at all you going, this is super unnecessary. The Netherlands should probably sign the deal. If not, somebody else is going to, and because it's a good plan. Especially because if Putin's in trouble, everybody going down. So this is the wife of C.P. Axtell. Died March 7th, 1880, aged 24 years and 1 month. Wow, I wonder how she died at 24 years. And she was the wife of something. And there's all these dead babies. Wow, dude. So even if it wasn't something terrible like trauma or whatever, like this one's so old. Okay, this is a baby from about 16, 17. We don't even bother resketching it anymore. Again, that's how careless we are. Makes me sad. So these people were Jewish. I can tell you that now because you always stomp it Mazel Tov. That's why the cup is there. Because it was supposed to be a beautiful wedding, and it turned into an ISO decay of 1, 2, and 3 children. And if you hear the storm coming, I can promise you, those children, no one died for free. And this is my proof to you that these are just here in the cemetery of your own town that's telling you. Okay, Emma Drennan. She's saying it's Drennan. This is how psychic I am, first off. All right, now this is true love chemistry. Okay, they lived a decent life, and they lived it together. Okay, but again, you see here, let's see. So Margaret and George Johnston, 1883. Okay, and then you have 1876. Literally 1 year after another, 1918. So that's about 10, let's say, it says 76. Okay, so it's 4, 5, right? So about 5, 6 years apart from each other, okay, in age. But if they lived to 1918, again, let's minus the 18 so we don't get confused. That's only 20 years. 40. About 40. The 40 years. That's the average duration here. But that was true love chemistry. I mean, hell, they made it that far. Shit, it's a miracle. Yeah, look how old these are. George W. Williams. April 10th. 1842, and then died April 10th, 1910. Wow, if that doesn't scream Michael Ryan Harris, who's come back and died for everybody since over and over again, and let it be by war or by whatever. So now we have John and George. Here rests the woodmen of the world. That's right. And I feel like these guys are advocating for me to have my domestic violence church and shelter, because this is your proof. This is your proof that if this would have been here 100 years ago, look how many of these people, in loving memory of Sarah A. Bradley, 1863 to 1936. And she was a lovely woman, by the way. Lovely woman. Fierce, though. Geez, don't piss her off. In loving memory, Father Robert Bradley. Now look and see, again, there's about 36 to 28. It's about an 8-year difference, right? Look at all the deer poop, too. It's because it was a waste. That's what nature's saying. That's why it's pooping on a grave. That's bad. That's actually, the Indians would call that, oh, wow, the Enochs. No wonder God sent me here. Now I get it. Jane and Charles. There you are. He giveth his beloved rest. And there's deer poop here too. So again, you just shit on fucking the Book of Enoch, really. You know. Look at this, 1895. That's like, it's a baby. It's like 26 years old that he died. Look at this. Then you have more Caroline Thomas. These are children, hence why there's no date, because they were born just to be eaten or sex trafficked, or they just died of natural causes. These are the only 3 things that have been happening within the last 100,000 years that no one seems to change. Okay, now we have Jane Powell. We have William Powell. And now again, this is a person that couldn't afford their own death, people. Okay, that's why they don't have a beautiful headstone. And my shelter, it's also a funeral. It's also a cemetery. I'm going to make sure I have my own. Now here, this is a baby, okay? This is Veronica Neal Allen. She was born September 20th, and she was a starseed baby. I can tell you that, being a Virgo, on the cusp of Leo. And again, shouldn't have happened. Leos don't die. If Leo's dying, that means the sun is leaving you literally in space. Look, baby swell. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Look, it's April 11th. Nettie swell. April 11th, 1860, it looks like. Oh, 1938. Wow, dude. There's Michael again. So, like, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm just walking through here like the shadow in the valley of death. And I'm telling you that all these babies out here are Aries, almost. And I can tell you that I'm looking at the lake behind me, thinking of Joey, how much he loved to fish. And I wanted better for Aries, dude. I know that. And I'm going to see too that happens. And whether the Netherlands takes it, I'm going to go to the next cemetery and see what they say in the next town. I'm sure somebody will eventually agree that if a deer is shitting on somebody's grave, but they're not shitting on babies' graves, I'm going to tell you what nature thinks of really of you.